Y'all, I'm not going to get any work done today. So, Al Green from Texas protested during Trump's little speech of lies and hate. He made a show and showed resistance to the opposition and occupying party. And he was kicked out. He was kicked out of the chambers for shouting at Trump that they were cutting Medicaid and Medicare for his constituents, and he wasn't going to stand for that.
Congressman, what were you shouting to the president, sir? Sir, what were you shouting to the president?
The president said he had a mandate. And I was making it clear to the president that he has no mandate to cut Medicaid. I have people who are very fearful. These are poor people, and they have only Medicaid in their lives when it comes to their health care. And I want him to know that his budget calls for deep cuts in Medicaid. He needs to save Medicaid, protect it. We need to raise the cap on Social Security. There's a possibility that it's going to be hurt. And we've got to protect Medicare. These are the safety net programs that people in my congressional district depend on. And this president seems to care less about them and more about the number of people that he can remove from the various programs that have been so helpful to so many people.
Is yelling during the speech the best way to get that across?
Well, it is the best way to get it across to a person who uses his incivility against our civility. He is a person who has consistently been used incivility against civility.
So do you have no mandate? Is that what you said?
Well, look, I'm willing to suffer whatever punishment is available to me. I didn't say to anyone, don't punish me. I've said I'll accept the punishment, but it's worth it to let people know that there are some of us who are going to stand up against this president's desire to cut Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security.
So were you saying you have no mandate? Is that what you told us?
That's what he has no mandate to cut Medicaid. None.
Is the only punishment that you were kicked out, sir? Is there something?
I don't know. Whatever the punishment is, I'm not fighting the punishment. This is about the people who are being punished by virtue of losing their health care. This is the richest country in the world, and we have people who don't have good health care. We've got to do better. And now we're about to cut Medicaid, which is for poor people. Health care has become wealth care for many people, and we can't afford to let that happen.
Is that the only thing that you're protesting?
No, I have other things I'm protesting. And I'm also working on my articles of impeachment. This president is unfit. He should not hold the office. 34 felony convictions, 2 times impeached.
Sir, tell me one more time what you were shouting in the chamber.
That he has no mandate to cut Medicaid.
That's what you were saying over and over.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, no mandate.
Thank you for showing people that you are actually willing to fight for them, because that is what we need right now. I was going to do a video about that and talking about how, yes, that is what we want to see. And the Democrats, which there were a lot of Democrats that actually walked out with him, Jasmine Crockett being one of them, they should have made a show of all being put out together. Like if they were, holding up their signs and all this other stuff, but the fact that they didn't boo, they didn't, make more of a resistance show like Al Green did, that was my only note, right? Like, I liked the signs, I liked the fact that they were resisting, but Al Green had the day. Okay, because he was the one who actually interrupted and made a show of the fact that they are not happy about what is going on here. Now, had they every couple of minutes did the exact same thing, so it was going to be difficult for my man to get through that, I think Trump would have probably just left, to be completely honest. If enough Democrats had showed enough spine to get up there and keep interrupting him, they should have did it over and over and over and over again, right? Optics be damned. And speaking of which, Hakeem Jeffries, after somebody put a resolution in to censure Al Green, which did happen this morning, Hakeem Jeffries sends a memo around to the Democrats talking about how they need to keep the conversation on the Republicans and what they're doing and not keep it on the behavior of the Democrats. Why can't we do both? The behavior of the Democrats is because of what the Republicans are doing, the things that they are cutting, the people that they are hurting, the times that they are taking us back to. I think a little bit of behavior is necessary. Do you not? So this is why, like, even though I like Hakeem Jeffries, I do not think that he is what we need right now. We need Jasmine Crockett, and we need AOC. We need Bernie Sanders. We need people who are going to get out here and tell it like it is and not be afraid of what they look like while doing it. We need people like Al Green who are going to come in here and protest and tell these people that no, we're not going to stand for this. The Democrats do have a spine. We are going to fight for you, and that's what we need. Now, there was a vote to censure Al Green. And do you not know that 10 Democrats voted with the Republicans to censure Al Green? Are you on our side or are you not? Are you part of the resistance or are you not? If you are not part of this resistance, you need to get out of the way. You need to quit your job and get out of the way. This list of people is who censored Al Green. Every single one of you need to get out of the way. Period. Point blank. They need to be primaried by progressive policymakers and kicked out. Like, there is no time whatsoever for this foolishness. We are not in times where you can work together with the Republican Party and kumbaya and all of this other stuff. No, they are literally dismantling the government. They are stealing people's information. They are taking us back to before people had rights. People are hurting. Businesses are hurting. The economy is hurting. The people are not able to get health care. They already weren't able to get health care. Shout out to Luigi. But now they can't even get Medicaid. The poorest people, the sickest people, our vets, our children, our elderly, our sickest, most vulnerable people are at stake. And let us not forget that Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren freaking Boebert ended up also interrupting Biden's speeches, and they were never thrown out and never censored. Hakeem Jeffries, if you don't want to be a part of the resistance, you need to stand aside. And I understand that some people want the Democrats to just do nothing and let people F around and find out. And a part of me, I am with you there. I am with you there. Let them cook. Let people F around and find out. But the fighter in me, the warrior spirit in me, the Sagittarius in me, the fire tiger in me needs to see something from our leadership. This is why people forsake the Democratic Party. This is why 44% of America did not vote, because they do not see anything in you that they want to support. Because you're not supporting us. I have been yelling a lot today, guys. I am so sorry, but what the actual